Human rights groups, they say courts in Laos don't meet judicial standards of most countries, and they also say Laotian prison personnel are guilty of torture and mistreatment of prisoners. Kay Dane spent 11 months in the prison where Orabatto is now being held. She wrote a book about it, and she also works as a human rights advocate for prisoners in Laos, and she joins us now live. And Kay, please describe the conditions inside that jail.
They're quite primitive conditions. There's a 3 by 3 metre cell that you're placed in. There's a raised wooden floorboard. That's where you sleep. There's no running water. There's no hot and cold showers. You don't come out of your cell. You might have 6 to 10 people in that sleeping space. And it's as hot as a sauna.
Now, Orabatto is believed to be pregnant, so is there any kind of medical treatment that's available for prisoners there?
Well, when she has consular access, the Australian Embassy that provide consular support to her, obviously they provided a doctor. He can't go into the prison. He can't be on call 24 hours a day. She can't ring if something happens when she's in lockdown. She can't ring emergency and say, come and help me, I'm miscarrying or I'm going into early labour. They have very limited medical care. In fact, he wouldn't even rate as a first aider for St John Ambulance.
From your own experience, do you think that she is being treated at all differently compared to the other prisoners because she's a foreigner?
No, everybody gets treated the same. That's where they have their equal rights. You're all entitled to suffer the same.
So foreigners are not held in a different area. What about men and women? Are they segregated?
No, it's a foreigners' prison, and it actually detains quite a number of political prisoners of ethnic Hmong heritage, freedom fighters, people that supported the United States in the Vietnam War. A lot of political prisoners, a lot of foreigners, and the men and women are all in together.
What is day-to-day life like inside the prison? How are the days structured?
You basically, if you're allowed out of your cell, which, normal circumstances you wouldn't be until your investigation is finished, that could take 1 year. But if you are allowed out of your cell, you might come out at 8 o'clock in the morning till midday. Then you have to have a forced sleep. If you don't feel like sleeping, you have to lie down anyway and pretend that you're asleep. And then after the sleep, you're allowed out, if you're allowed out, until 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
And tell us about the process of being detained, arrested.
You just sit and you watch and you wait.
Yeah. I can imagine it's a lot of watching and waiting, especially for Samantha. And just to backtrack a little bit, before she was brought into the jail and also during the time, what is the process like of being detained, arrested, charged? Tell us about the timing and also the degree of uncertainty during all this.
Well, I can't speak for her situation, but I know when the Laos police detain you, it's, they don't have a very good grasp of the English language for a start. And it can be quite frightening because these are communist police. These are not your typical, Californian police or, something that you easily recognise. These people take you away. They don't read you your rights. You don't get an arrest warrant. You just get taken away. You don't get told where you're going. You don't get told, here's your phone call. You can ring your embassy. You basically just get taken, processed, and placed in a prison, and you're not even told you're in a prison. And you're not told that you're going to prison. You're just put there, shut the door, and we'll deal with you later. It's quite a frightening experience for anyone, regardless of whether you've done the right thing or you've done the wrong thing.
Absolutely. What do you think is going to happen to Samantha? We know that she will not be facing the death penalty because she is pregnant, but what will happen to her?
Well, the important thing is that the media has to maintain strong focus on Laos at the moment. The minute that the media drops off, she's going to be in serious problem, and I can't overestimate that. they will drop. They will most likely drop her off the death penalty for now. They may prolong her case so that they take her to trial after she gives birth to the baby. We don't know, but she's in a very serious situation, and the media needs to maintain focus on this to force Laos to be accountable.
Okay, Kay, thank you very much for talking with us. Kay Danes joining us there via broadband from Brisbane. She herself, a former prisoner in Laos.